about a beautiful item from Le Creuset that is a worldwide launch. Now, this has only been on the air one time, last week when we were on QVC 2, and over 500 of these have been ordered. This is a 3.5-quart signature Sauteuse with a cast iron lid. So if you're doing a beautiful chuck pot roast like this one, you can pan sear it first and then slow braise it in the oven. And a chuck roast, because you want to let all of that fat caramelize and break down, might take several hours in the oven, but that's okay because low and slow is what this is all about, right?
It is. That's right. Exactly right, David.
And that voice you're hearing belongs to Greg Shockley. And Greg Shockley is a chef.
Hey, David.
He is also our brand ambassador for Le Creuset. Good to have you. Thank you for that. Nice to have you back, sir.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure. Now, we had this pan on last week this time when we were on QVC 2, and over 500 were ordered.
I love it.
Now, many of you may be seeing this for the first time, and you've been waiting on a great item from Le Creuset that is brand new. Well, this is it. Ordinarily, this would run $350 at retail. We're going, that is if you could find it. Or at QVC, rather, $350. We're $150.02 less. We also have reduced shipping and handling. Now, ordinarily, shipping on this was $13.97. We knocked it down to $6.97. So with the reduced shipping, you're saving over $157. Now, I have colors for you, and boy, do I have colors. We have some of your most popular. The Marseille Blue, named after the southern port city of France. Fewer than 500. One of the newest colors of Le Creuset, this is sea salt. We have fewer than 1,000. Next to that is also very popular. That's called artichoke. 560 available in the artichoke. Now that's what I collect, the cerise. 900 left in cerise. And then up top we have oyster, and this will show you that beautiful ombre effect. 570 in the ombre effect, or in the oyster rather. That has the, oh, they all have the ombre effect. And then finally we have it in white. Now we don't do white very often.
No, we don't.
White is an unusual color to see offered, and we have fewer than 600 of those to go around. Now this, for a lot of you, may be the first time you're seeing it. Now, Greg, this looks a lot like a Dutch oven, but has the characteristics of a saucepan.
Well, you know what? It is a Dutch oven, and that's exactly right. But what we wanted to do, we wanted to give it some of the features that we love about a fry pan. And one of the main features is the fact that it's got a rounded bottom.
Yeah.
So that, you know, for instance, I'm doing my risotto over here. In a normal Dutch oven, some of the little bits might tend to want to stay on the corners here or on the bottom. But since I've got a rounded corner, I can get all the way in there, and you can just see that beautiful sand enamel is preventing any of that sticking.
Because the secret with risotto is stirring.
Yep.
You have to stir, 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 right?
Slow, gentle heat. And the other thing about this, it's cast iron. So you're getting that heat distribution and that heat retention, which is, you know, critical in getting that beautiful golden brown in our chuck roast right here, but also to get that nice, gentle, even heat. Because this cooks, the perfect risotto usually takes about 20, 25 minutes to cook.
All right, sir, almost 100 are gone in this show. And remember, we had this on QVC 2 last week with over 500 gone. Now, these silicone grips that you're seeing there are a separate purchase. I would highly recommend picking those up because they're perfect to retrieve this from the oven.
Yep.
Take it from a hot stove top, because remember, this cast iron will radiate heat all the way through the pan, including the handles. So it's important to know that this is going to be a great way to handle it. This is 3.5-quart capacity. It's really big enough for a whole family of 4 or just 2 people and leftovers, right?
Right. You know, for this is about a £1.5 chuck roast, okay? And we do recommend doing this because it's well marbled. And as David pointed out, the whole idea behind Dutch oven cooking is that slow cooking, and that's allowing you to cook in the liquid. So all I'm going to kind of speed things up just a little bit for us here, David. We're going to add our mirepoix.
So mirepoix is a combination, well, in this case, it's shallots.
Yeah,
shallots, onions, or onions, carrots, and celery.
Carrots and celery.
And you have herbs.
Aromatics, and then we're going to add a little bit of beef stock, and then we're going to add some red wine. And the main thing about this, after we sear this off, all the fond, all those brown bits that sit at the bottom of the pan, we're releasing by adding a little bit of liquid.
Now, my friend Ree Drummond, the Pioneer Woman,
does,
and very similar, she does braised beef short ribs. She cooks pancetta in the bottom first.
Ooh, love that. So you're rendering all that out, right?
And then uses the pancetta grease to brown the short ribs. You could also do that with the pot roast.
Ooh, I love that.
And then throw the pancetta in with the liquids at the end, and then just braise it.
That's all we're doing. So
it's delightful.
Notice I just simply put the lid on here. By the way, the lid is really, really important on these too. There's a lip right on the lid here which keeps all that steam and all that flavor in. So it's actually going to recirculate through your food. And again, David, you pointed out the helper how it handles
silicone grips
fit perfectly in all of our Dutch ovens. I'm going to pop that right in the oven. And I have my other one right here.
Okay, perfect.
Now, little hint too, when you're braising or cooking anything large, like a roast, I like to let it rest, even if it's a braise. A lot of people kind of skip that. They
Well,
know
this
to do
one's
it,
rested long enough to where Greg can handle the lid.
Yeah, they know to do it with their prime ribs or their turkeys or things like that. Same idea with any other big pieces of meat. But when you take a look at this is the result. You get rich, deep gravy, but when I pull this out,
Fall apart tender.
it's literally falling apart. This is coming right off.
Might have to retrieve it.
There you go, my friend. I don't blame you. Perfect side dish with some potatoes. Could have served that risotto with it as well.
Oh my word.
Isn't that great?
You can get a forkful without even working hard because this is all fall apart tender.
Because we built those layers. We started off by searing off our beef, giving that caramelization, got the fond at the bottom, released that with our beef stock and with our wines. That flavor just keeps developing, and then the lid kept in all those flavors.
That's Sunday dinner right there.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh my, is that
maybe
good?
a little bit of vegetables if you want, that's fine.
I will come back for vegetables. This is available in a host of colors. You choose a color because the color either matches your kitchen or makes you smile. Now you are saving, all with the reduced shipping and handling, over $157. Now since launch, and that's just a week ago, 700 have been ordered. Now if you want Marseille, I have $480. That's our most limited. If you want sea salt, one of our newest colors, $960. Artichoke, $540. The cerise, one I'll be ordering. Now most popular, $880 remain. Up top is the oyster, $535. And in the very rare white, I have fewer than 600 remaining, and that's also a popular choice. This Le Creuset sticker will peel off. Please peel that off before you use the vessel, and it's very easy to peel that off, so don't worry about that at all. Now, let's talk about the enamel coating because this color is achieved by multiple firings. Yeah?
Right, it definitely is. Now you're gonna get the base coating, and then on the inside here, you get the enamel coating, and that's easy release. So here's the steps right here. You're gonna get multiple exterior coats on the outside. It's gonna create that beautiful, beautiful color and that ombre that we love. Then on the inside, David's sitting here eating, in case you're wondering.
I am having more hot roast.
The sand enamel is proprietary sand enamel, which is meant to be easy release. It'll actually develop that fond and allow that to stick, and it will allow to release. So the cleanup is simple. So whether you're going, notice this lasagna. Perfect. The outside of this, you take a slice out of there, and the inside, you're not going to be spending all night
your favorite
soaking
mac
this.
and cheese in here, loaded baked potatoes.
Go for it.
Whatever the case, or cobbler. Look at this bubbling cobbler, and you're frying in this.
Yes.
My word.
Love frying in this. That heat distribution and that heat retention is ultra critical when deep frying. The reason why, if you try to cook in any other vessel, as soon as you put, let's say in this instance, frozen fish, it's going to lower the temperature of the oil, and it's going to make soggy. Now, since we have cast iron, that retains the heat, David. It's not going to lower that temperature, so these will remain crispy and crunchy, which is exactly the way you want them, whether you're doing your fries, tater tots, which we do a lot.
You're retrieving those from the hot oil with something called a spider, and if you don't have a spider yet, let me highly recommend it because it is a really important tool to have.
Yeah, and obviously it allows all the grease to kind of go right through while you're pulling the food out, and you can kind of shake it real quick to get any of that extra oil out. But again, it all comes down to that cast iron properties, the heat retention, the heat distribution to get the perfect results from any of your food. Now, you want to finish up this risotto with me?
I would love to. Are we going to hit it with some Parmesan?
We need some Parmesan. Well, let's add some butter for sure.
Oh, let's add some butter, please. Big knob of butter.
And then, you know what? We're just going to add a little bit of cream to this.
To loosen
Normally
it up.
I don't do that, but I just like to add a little bit of richness at the very end. We got our butter, our cheese, and why could a little bit cream be bad? It couldn't.
Oh,
look at that.
Are you kidding? Come on.
Gorgeous.
Man. And the green peas add such a nice pop of color. You know what's also nice to add to that risotto? Cooked sausage.
Oh, yeah.
It's
cook that
delightful.
first. Yeah, let the risotto kind of cook in that grease again, just like you talked about the
brown the
pancetta.
sausage first, and then put the risotto in the sausage rendered fat.
And David, look at this. I know that you're a big fan of shepherd's pie.
Yes, I am.
And take a look. Brown off that beef. You want to do one pot dishes again. Remember, look at all the one pot dishes we have from the
Now
lasagna.
this is ground beef, not lamb, right?
This is ground beef and lamb.
Oh, and lamb.
Yeah, the guys did it
Oh,
traditional,
they
so we
did
did a
and
little
lamb.
bit of ground beef.
All right.
Well, whatever your preference. You can do ground chicken, ground turkey, and top it with potatoes.
Some people are either they can't find lamb or they're not crazy about cooking it. So this is lovely. You can also make it with ground beef, and it's delightful. And that's got piped mashed potatoes on top. Thank you. I appreciate the heads up.
David's messing with fire here.
I'm over there near the hot grease. Since launch, 900 have been ordered. You're saving $157 off the QVC price. This is a worldwide launch. Nobody has this except us right now. So it's important to get yours while you can. If you want Marseille, $450. If you want sea salt, fewer than 930. In the artichoke, 500 now left to go around. My color, the cerise, 840, and that's our most popular. Remember, cerise is the French word for cherry. Then we have oyster, 500, and the white. 550 in the white. Now, we are scaring the heck out of 1,000 ordered since launch, and that's just in a week. Oh, we have broken 1,000. Look at that pot roast and risotto.
On top of this, what could be better than this? Creamy, rich risotto with some slow braised short rib.
Make sure that finds its way to Rachel because she'll want to eat that.
Here we go. Let's get this last
And give her
gravy.
some of that jus on top.
Love it. Love it.
Now you need a crusty piece of bread.
Yeah.
And you're ready to go. Maybe a glass of iced tea.
We got the bread right here, Dave.
Oh, we have the bread right
cooked
there.
the bread
Perfect.
right in our Creuset.
You can bake in this as well.
can.
I mean, this vessel is so important. Greg Shuckley, good to
Thanks,
see you,
David.
sir. Nice
Thanks,
to have you
everyone.
back. All right, Rachel, do you like pot roast? Okay, so there's plenty of it. All right, now.